Hello, everyone. I'm Brian Alden. I'm joined today by head women's basketball coach Chris Paul. And Chris, coming off a weekend trip to North Dakota State, you got 2 weekend games this weekend at home. First talk about the loss at North Dakota State. A tough one. But what did you guys take away from that game?
Well, I took away we couldn't shoot that basketball game. I was proud, Brian, of how hard we played. In a tough environment. That's a different gym than we're used to. It's more compact. You've got the volleyball lines on the floor. It's a little different. And if you would have told me that we were going to, very first possession, 20 seconds in, make a three, and then not make another one until about 3 minutes to go in the game, I would have, obviously taken that bet. But to shoot the way we did and still battle, we turned them over 25 times. We got a lot of shots. We just couldn't get anything to fall. And even at the free throw line, you noticed that we went, 10 of 19 from the free throw line. So, it was one of the games where the shots didn't fall, but the kids still played hard. Their spirits were high. They understood that, sometimes things are going to happen. We talked about it. We talked about adjustments we have to make coming forward for this weekend. And, we took a day off, and we've come back this week to get ready for this weekend.
And talk about this weekend. The first game up on Thursday is against league leader South Dakota, who knocked off South Dakota State this past weekend. And then you got Denver coming in on Saturday. I guess first let's talk about the Coyotes, and they've been playing really well this year.
Oh, it's a good basketball team. It's the same basketball team. One of the advantages they have is it's the same basketball team pretty much that they had last year. And they were good last year and obviously went to the NCAA tournament. And they're off to a tremendous start. They've got, they're starting 3 seniors and 2 juniors, so very experienced group. And they have all the pieces, Brian. They have solid point guard. They have a solid point guard. They have shooters. They have size. They have post presence. So they can pretty much beat you in all kinds of ways. And I think the biggest thing right now, Brian, is by going to the NCAA tournament and having everybody come back, they carry themselves with a lot of confidence. They believe they're going to win. And obviously at 14-4 right now, they've done a lot of that. So, we have our hands full. But, we play very well at home. And I like the style that we're playing now. I think our pressure and our tempo can bother them. So you are going to see us just continue to play the way we play, make sure we get out on shooters, understand personnel, make sure we rebound. But we're going to be awfully aggressive, both offensively and defensively.
And then come Saturday, homecoming day, doubleheader with the men, play first at 3 o'clock. Obviously, it's going to be a big environment for us here on homecoming, always a great crowd. But, kind of for me personally, it's Denver, the team that knocked us out last year in the tournament. So obviously a bit of a revenge factor for the team, I'm assuming, coming into that game.
Well, Brian, absolutely. And it's 2 things. Number one, it is homecoming, and the school does a great job of getting the students excited about coming out to the game and all the activities leading up to it. So obviously we want to play well for that. But it's also Denver, and I'm not taking anything away from them. They beat us, and then they beat IUPUI to get the championship game last year. But we didn't feel like we played our best basketball game, and it kind of left a bad taste in our mouth going out in the first round last year. So we'll talk about it as a team starting Friday. We'll start addressing Denver on Friday. But, we definitely will talk about the fact that they were the ones that took us out of the tournament last year.
All right, Coach. And obviously everyone come out and support the team this weekend, Thursday against South Dakota, and then Saturday for homecoming against Denver. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Brian.